Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of EETV where I strive to bring you everything in entertainment. Scott Pilgrim vs. the World is receiving an animated series for Netflix. Scott Pilgrim vs. the World creators Brian Lee O'Malley, that's the creator of the comic, and Edgar Wright, the one who wrote the film, have combined their talents, and they will be writing or have already written an upcoming animated series coming soon to Netflix. I have linked the teaser to Scott Pilgrim in the description below, and seeming as that we already received a teaser for it, it can be safe to assume that we're going to receive the series sometime in 2023. O'Malley will be an executive producer and a writer with Ben David Grabinski, and he's from Are You Afraid of the Dark? So we should receive a good story here. And also, what is good about this is that they could greatly expand on the story. The live action film was good, but with all films, you only have a certain amount of time to get the story out there and explain things, and sometimes you're not able to always flush out the story and the character depth. So with Scott Pilgrim receiving an animated series, then the creators will be able to flush out the story more, and we can get more of a glimpse into all of our favorite characters. Now, this is what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that the new show will either be a sequel or an alternate retelling, but I'm leaning towards an alternate retelling, because not only can they start from scratch, so to say, and we can relive all of our favorite moments from the comic book and from the film as well, we can get a more depth analysis into all the characters and as to why they have so much hatred for our leading lady, Ramona Flowers. I mean, we kind of got a glimpse into it when we had viewed the film, but it's always good to have more depth when it comes to this, because then you can more so relate to the characters. So this is good. This is really good. Like I said, the teaser trailer only showed cast members and who the cast member will be portraying. So we did not receive a look into which art style they will be using for this, which I'm looking forward to. I want to see what kind of art style they're going to use. And given to how technology has progressed since 2010, when the film was released, we can receive a lot more things that can enhance this story. So I'm greatly looking forward to this. Like I said, I'm leaning towards an alternate retelling because you no longer have the limitation of a live action film. So basically whatever that O'Malley and Wright can think of, they can put into this new animated series without any restrictions whatsoever, which is great. I mean, if you want to see Scott hit 100 piece combo and then Gideon turned into coins and he reforms himself back into a golden Gideon, and then he gets knocked out and killed for good, that's something that can be put into the film with no problem, and I'm sure they'll figure out a very artistic way to show that sort of fight. Like I said, I'm looking forward to this because I have not read any of the comics, but I've played the video game numerous times and I watched the film when it was released, and I greatly enjoyed the story. And only thing I can say is, like, I'm looking forward to more. Maybe we'll get more depth of Ramona and how she travels and all the things that she had to go through as a character. We can dig in more into Scott's past to find out why he was the way he was, and just receive overall more information about the characters, which is always good. I will definitely have to check out the comic books because while doing research for this video, I happened to come upon some of the comic books, and the comic books look like they'll be very interesting reads. So I'm going to have to add that to my collection to just read more about one of my films from back in 2010. So this is great, and this is definitely be good because if they follow along with the fans who were maybe in their either their early 30s or their 20s or even late teens when the film and the comic books were first released, now the franchise has grown up with all of those individuals, and now we will be treated to a Scott Pilgrim that's on the edge of adult entertainment, but still can have some things in there that teenagers can enjoy too, which is good because when you grow up with this series, you're looking forward to seeing all your favorite things all over again, but at the same time, you're looking for somewhat more of an evolution when it comes to not re-seeing, but reliving everything and showing one of the films that you have enjoyed in your past, it receiving new life. So now that Scott Pilgrim is receiving a 1-up and he will be seen on the screen again, we will be treated to a lot of things that we more so did not get in the comic book or the film. So I'm greatly looking forward to this. We will be able to enjoy Scott Pilgrim versus the World all over again in a brand new and exciting way. And not only that, I'm sure we as the fans will be treated to receive tons and tons of tie-ins related to the comic book and Easter eggs that reference the comic book and the film and any other media that was released, such as the video games. And I would not be surprised if we will receive screenshots of the video games that could be used as a fight that Scott gets into, and then have a transition shot that uses things that looks more like a comic book. And hey, what's to stop them from using either old or new live action footage to tie everything together? I mean, this is great. Now I know this is an animated series, which means we're going to see more animated stuff overall. But I'm just thinking outside the box. What if when we see Ramona go through that little space-time thing, she might be in live action when she does that? Not every time, but maybe once or twice. You know, that's something cool. Or like I said, when Scott gets into a fight or Ramona gets into a fight, and you can see some things that you would see that reference the video game, and then some other things that will reference the comic book. So those of you who are able to experience all three, you're going to be very lucky, because you're going to see things and pick up on things that other people may not have no idea what's going on, because you've read the comic book and you played the video game and you watched the film. With me, on the other hand, I only played the video game and watched the film, so anything related to the comic book I am going to miss out on, but I'm just going to have to play catch up so I can enjoy the franchise when everything is released. Like I said before, if you want to see the teaser, it's a bunch of names from the cast and who they'll be playing, but you can see who's coming back, so I'm sure you'll enjoy that. I'll link that in the description. And since we do have the teaser, we're safe to say that everything's coming out in 2023. And when the trailer releases, I will be doing another video when the trailer releases, so we get a glimpse into what art style they're going to use and what kind of fun we will be having soon. So once again, everybody, thank you for joining me for another episode of EETV, where I try to bring you everything in entertainment. I'll see you next time. And just like Julie says, take care, everyone. I'll see you in the next one.